I'm never drinking again. Put a hurting on my credit card. I must have bought tequila shots for everybody at the bar. Well, I finally learned my lesson, seen the neon light on Sunday morning, saved no more Saturday nights. I mean it this time, at least until next weekend. I swear I'm never drinking again.
What's going on, humans? Today we are joined by two amazing humans, Sundy Best, Nick and Kris. Gentlemen, appreciate y'all coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Now, I almost said Sunday, to be honest, but I said I do my best. I do my best to say Sunday, but it is hard for me.
We practiced in the car on the way here. We were like Sunday.
Yeah, you did it. I was really waiting on it.
I'm kind of just I want to know the origin of where Sunday came from.
We were just throwing out names. I remember we'd done like Nick and Kris or Kris and Nick. That's how we'd advertised this entity for a while, and then we started playing at a place called Redmond's, a bar in Lexington, and the owner, Larry Redmond, was like, "What's the name of the band?" And we're like, "Shit, we don't know." Like, and so we just started
the Kentucky Gentleman.
Yeah, that was the first thing that he said, "Can't do that. That's already taken." And I just remember texting him like a bunch of different things, and Sunday stuck because just thinking that's how we say it, kind of phonically, you know, like Sunday. Sunday didn't really make sense, and he was like, "I like that."
Yep. Sunday or Sundays, but Sundays was even more confusing. So.
Well, do you know that Wikipedia is lying then? I think Wikipedia says that you guys got it from like playing in church.
Well, that was okay. So
okay.
So that is like where we got our start playing music. That was kind of the thought too. And the first band we were ever in together was a church group. So
Crosswalk.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the name of the band.
Yeah.
The church. That's hilarious.
No. The name of the band.
The band.
The band.
We would play churches kind of just locally.
Got you.
Yeah. We did that for like a summer.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was based on that, just that, because around home, that's when you're young, that's the only stage you got is church. So
and you know you dress up to go to church.
You wear your Sunday best.
Put your Sunday best on.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Is Sunday your guys' favorite day of the week?
I couldn't say there's a better day.
Yeah. Saturdays are pretty good too.
Yeah. Friday.
Yeah.
I do like Sundays because for various reasons, but it's probably my calmest day of the week.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree. It was like the day of rest.
Yeah.
You know? It is the day of rest, you know. So it's like, yeah, it definitely is like Sundays were always special growing up. Like family was always together, and I still feel like call on that even if we're not all together. And football now, NFL, and all that stuff. It's just a chill day.
Yeah.
This old house, my dad used to watch that a lot. Norm, those guys. So,
are y'all big sports fans?
You
guys both played in college, right?
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Football.
What positions?
Well, he played basketball. I played wide receiver in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you played basketball?
Yeah, I did play. We both played through college. I played shooting guard for a Division III NCAA school in Danville, Kentucky called Center College.
Center?
Mm-hmm. CENTRE.
Okay.
Not
Center.
like center.
I guess. Century.
That's kind of what I thought it was when I got the letter in the mail. I was like, Century College. But, so he went to formerly known as UPike.
Yeah. NAI school.
Okay.
Pikeville, Eastern Kentucky.
We played St. Francis over in Fort Wayne when I was a freshman in the playoffs. We made the national playoffs my first year there. And I honestly kind of got burnt out on it, but like this last year, I've just felt like a renewed sense of like appreciation for it. And it was like the NBA lockdown, like their format in the bubble, like I really liked that. But football last year, I couldn't get into it. I don't know if it was like not having the crowds or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've gone to a couple UK games this year. I'm actually driving back down to Lexington tomorrow to watch them play Tennessee tomorrow. So
I was living in Lexington at the time, which is 2.5 hours from where we're from.
Okay.
To give you an idea, and he was looking for a set of drums to buy. I said, I ain't got none to sell, but I'll play.
Yeah.
And we got together not long after that.
In my dad's
His
living
dad's
room.
living room.
Oh,
My-
really?
We set up a PA there.
And his dad left to
Yeah.
let us play.
Yep, it was me and him and another one of our close friends, Zach Lafferty, who we still play with now and other things. And yeah, we set up a kit and everything in my dad's living room and had like a 30-pack of beer, and we were just jamming all night. It was like 2 a.m. and we were cranking AC/DC, like Shook Me All Night Long or something like that.
Yeah.
And we hear a knock on the door and we're like, shit, like,
They got us.
yeah, we're in trouble. And it was the neighbors with like their 6 or 7-year-old who I'd actually like grown up in church with that was there because they liked what they heard. So I was like,
Oh.
all right.
I think that was the first time I maybe ever played the cajon
Yeah.
that
yeah.
night too.
Yeah. Brought that too.
I just I saw one of those cajon box drums on a YouTube video, I believe.
Boyce Avenue.
Probably Boyce Avenue.
It's the first time I ever saw it.
Yeah, so I never expected to be doing that full time.
So okay, so that
yeah,
was
that actually is a great lead in because we were talking about it as you guys were warming up. Did you like customize it like when you got it, or did you just
When I first bought one, I was playing. There's a brand called Meinl. It's a
yeah
drum brand, percussion brand, and I would play them a few gigs because we would play not only long 3-4 hour gigs, we would play really hard. Like
There's just two. Well, mostly just two of us.
yeah, and those are great drums, and like very rarely do they get broke.
yeah.
But I would just wear them down and have to get new ones, and so eventually, my brother Brett, he is a woodworker and he also has played drums and stuff. So he made me one,
Holy shit.
and then kind of honed in on it, the size of it, and the one that I'm playing tonight is one that he made custom.
Damn, that thing
Dude,
is so cool.
yeah, it looks awesome. So
Yeah, check it out.
yeah.
Go look at it.
It's
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, because my sister played percussion in high school, or in middle school. So she had a cajon. She would play all the time, and like I saw that, I was like, "That's such a cool instrument. Like that is like sitting around a fire,
Yeah.
like jamming out just with your friends instrument."
well,
It's-
it's not one you learn about like in school either. Like you
It's-
just learn all the
no,
basics.
It kind of, yeah, it was brand new to me at the time, and there was something different about playing with my hands
Yeah.
instead of playing with sticks in my hands on drums, but actually creating the noise with my hands. It's just it's just a different connection to an instrument. You know, like a guitar, you play with your hands.
Right.
So, yeah, I just enjoy it.
So do you just play like based on feel with the cajon? If I'm even saying
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we connected through music that way, and the acoustic guitar and the cajon, I think, to me, they're made to be played together, you know.
Yeah.
And we were playing some gigs starting out where I would play drums and he'd even play electric, just two of us. And
Black Keys.
yeah,
Huge inspiration.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just that's what they were doing.
we were just playing these restaurants to where we kind of couldn't be super
With, like,
loud.
patios.
Yeah,
that's
patios.
That's what we started out doing, and then it's like the places we'd have those patio gigs. It was BD's Mongolian Grill and we couldn't do that. We couldn't bring a kit inside, so it was like, well, it was easier and it was more fluid.
Yeah.
It was like playing sports. we were into music, but you just have to spend a lot of time with your instrument, like
Mhm.
drums and guitar, and it was just like it just felt better. I feel like the cajon acoustic because we just haven't played as much.
Yeah.
We both felt like we were behind the eight
Oh, yeah.
ball. Like at that point, we both graduated college, and there's so many just like virtuoso level musicians that live where we live in Eastern Kentucky, and that have spent their whole life on it. And we've been involved in music for our whole lives too, but it was never like really the main focus. It was like just a church. It was praise and worship, or getting, in my case, I was drugged to piano lessons, like super into sports, and just wasn't. I loved it, but
Wasn't fully present. in it.
no, it was the structure of it I didn't like. I didn't like having to play these standard songs, and so I feel like it just kind of organically it happened.
And people really supported that sound and were drawn to like the living room vibe of it,
Yeah.
just because we can plug and play and sound like a lot more than two people up there, but we can sit right here and play too, and it still has the same.
I also feel like people are like, "What the hell is that thing he's sitting on?" and making all
That
that noise
speaker.
because they'll like walk up and like,
He's playing a suitcase.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, I also feel like a benefit of it is it's a lot easier to travel with than an entire drum kit.
Yeah. Right. Everybody thinks I'm just real lazy, which I can't argue that. But
It's definitely convenient.
yeah,
Travel
We
and-
could go to a gig on a motorcycle.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so
You
true.
know,
yeah.
That's kind of badass.
not the same motorcycle, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So
Do you
it,
guys drive motorcycles?
Used to ride dirt bikes a lot. XRs.
Lord,
I was just driving up my home, like where I grew up, a place called Daniels Creek, and there was one time like my grandmother or somebody like came into some money, like somebody passed away and got this inheritance. We ended up with a fleet of motorcycles, like a couple XR 100,
50 or 100.
400, and a four wheeler, and I'd never had anything like that growing up, and so if I had it, then all my friends. And there was one time Kris was over, and we were riding down the road, and
I shouldn't be here today.
he like turned around, and then like he's heading straight for like the ledge of the road, like because the road is
It curved, right?
Yeah, it curved, and then it like dropped off like
Okay.
10, 12 feet. And he just turns around and like goes over the side of that hill. And I'm like, oh damn, he's dead. Like he didn't have a helmet on or nothing. And I get up there and he's like just like sprawled out like this and not moving.
I wasn't breathing.
And then he just jumped up.
I got
and
up and
was
smiled.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
like,
like, okay, he's
I
okay.
thought I was dead, but I was like, I waited a minute. I was like, I'm alive. I was on the XR50, which it's a pretty small little bike.
We were in high school.
Yeah, but
so.
fun. It was fun.
That's what I had a bunch of buddies that would do like dirt bikes and all that, and they had a 50, and they were like, "You get on that one." And I'd be like, fine, that's
Right.
fine. And like literally, right, I like was on it for maybe 10 minutes, flipped it, and like it landed on me, but it was a smaller 50.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got up and I was like, oh, I'm fine. And then I looked later and I had a giant, like the tailpipe had burned.
Oh,
over
yeah,
my
man.
leg. And I was like, if that's all that I walk away with, I'm like,
Right.
I'm counting my blessings. It's fine.
It's been worse. It's been worse. Yeah. Do you guys write songs together?
Together, separate.
Separate,
Nick's probably written 2,000 songs. I've written a lot. I'm just bad about finishing them.
Gotcha.
But
That's how I am with books.
reading,
Yeah.
yeah. But I guess I still am an English major from
Okay.
college, my degree. So I never imagined getting into songwriting, but I do enjoy it. And he inspired me to pursue it more too. I think that's if you can find someone else who's interested in the same things, then you can continue to inspire one another to get better and to be consistent.
Yeah.
And
that was like our thing at first. It was like we have to like we could play the covers because that's pretty much what I did in college. You know, was just play covers and songs. You know, just get people pumped up at the bar. But I feel like very early on we were like, we have to play our own stuff. Like we have to do. That's what's going to make us different is playing our own songs and being able to write our own songs. Just freedom. You know that comes along with it. And so I think once we both, when I moved to Lexington, he was working at the cable company selling like cable, and he got me on there. And I mean, I knew the first day I was there it wasn't going to last, but I made it 90 days there and
got my referral credit.
yeah, and then I quit. And then he wasn't long after, and I felt like once that happened and we were able to like both really focus on songs, then it was just like we had a full record by that next spring.
And people would drive from 2 hours from Eastern Kentucky to Lexington to hear us play in a bar, but start playing our own songs. And they were singing along and really supporting that creative endeavor. That wasn't just the...
Because that wasn't a thing in Kentucky like it is now. Like when we were first starting, you know, like the songwriter was very rare, I feel like. Even in Lexington, there wasn't a lot of people that were playing original music. And so, yeah, I think just what he said, it's like once you see someone else do it, it becomes real. And I think you can, you know, that's how humans operate. You know, we see something and mimic it.
We kind of morphed from being a bar cover band to, they're making their own music and that now they're recording. And so I commend us for doing it because it's the reason we're here.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So
sure.
what are some of your guys' favorite songs you guys have already put out?
Songs that we've put out?
Yeah, like released.
Jeez, there's a lot.
You know,
Like your favorite
for me,
one,
like
top 3 or
well, the two that come to mind and is obviously Home. I Want to Go Home.
Yeah.
That he's in the house.
He is in the house.
That kind of opened the door for us, and you know, not long after that, we had a song called Lily.
Yep.
That was a second song. It wasn't like, well, they just got one song,
right?
And then it, you know, but it's like your kids. You can't pick a favorite if you've got more than one,
right?
But I'm really excited about the songs we've just recorded, just equally as anything we've ever done.
So you got some new stuff coming out?
Yeah.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah.
What's like the timeline on that roughly?
I don't know. I feel like next year we'll definitely we're going to start releasing it. We finished it last spring, and you know, there's so much going on in the world right now, and I think we also just took some time easing back into just what does Sunday best look like for us, you know, now on the other side of the madness of just what we experienced before, because everything just happened really fast for us. Once we both were like fully into it. So, but next year,
gotcha.
It's gonna be lit.
Well, we are looking forward to it. We appreciate y'all sitting down.
Yeah, buddy.
Right before this guy's sound check.
Yeah.
So
Grayson Jenkins.
Yeah, Grayson Jenkins. Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming on, and thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, buddy.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
My name is Christopher Bentley.
Nicholas Jamerson. We're
Sunday
Sunday
best.
best.
What's up, guys? I'm your host, Tyler Stewart. This is Windy City Joe's last call, and I'm here with my good buds, Jackson and Michael. Who are we talking about today, boys? You remember?
Sunday best.
Sunday best. Sunday. I've been working on my Sunday.
Sunday.
Right.
Sunday best. All right.
Yeah.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. That's perfect.
All right.
Eyeball and microphone.
So
That is really fucking good.
What's it taste like?
Like black cherry. Is it supposed to?
I don't know.
tastes like a 0-calorie soda to me.
Yeah.
No sugar in that thing. You can taste the chemicals.
I can dig it.
I like this.
Yeah, it's good.
It's in my eye, so.
So you really feel the flavor.
So let's get into Sunday best.
Sunday.
We're really trying to throw that accent out for them. So first up, we're gonna start with some trivia like normal. So the first question I have for you guys is, what did Sunday Best first try to call themselves as a band? Like what did they try to call themselves?
Hang on.
Oof.
I
I can picture, I remember.
want to say like Harrison County.
No.
I mean, I don't think so. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I guess we give up.
Quitters. Drink. Kentucky Gentleman.
Oh.
But it was already taken at the bar they tried to play it at, which was named. You guys are disappointed.
Those are
in me.
tough. I mean, like the specific.
Yeah, they're very specific. You realize how many people we talked to, right?
The specificity of those. I have no idea.
Yeah.
You could just make up a bar and I'm like, oh.
It was Redmond's.
Redmond.
Oh shit.
That's why I thought you
Should have remembered that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, if you would have
because-
thrown us a hint.
Well, I'm
Not a
not a
guy.
hinting kind of guy, you know? That's what trivia is about. So second, or not the second one, third one, what is the drum called that they play?
Cajon.
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 How do
It
you
is a
spell it?
Oh, fuck.
Because when I was writing this, I spelled it
C-
4 different ways and only one of them was right.
Cajone.
Cahoun.
No, both of you wrong. Jackson, you're more correct though. Knock
It's
off
with the
the
J?
E.
Singing.
No, you just got knocked off the E.
Oh, the E.
Cajon, Cajon.
See, I knew I was
Cajon.
taking a leap with the H, but yeah, I'd go for it.
Yeah, I knew it was a J. I just couldn't remember if there was an E or not.
Yeah, fair enough. I get it. It was hard.
Yeah.
That was a tough round. Way to make it through. So that was all I had for trivia. But I was very interested in the Cajon when I first started reading about it because I thought I knew what it was. But I had to look up some videos. So I want to know, what is one instrument that you guys wish you could play, but more importantly, why?
This is easy.
I would say a cajon. I wish I could actually play a cajon, because think about how that, or a guitar, because you can take them literally anywhere. You know what I mean? You don't have to plug them in. It's just an instrument that you can take. Literally, you go hang out and play anywhere.
I feel like the answers for probably, I'll say 75% of the population will either say guitar or piano. So since you said guitar, I'll say piano. And why? To serenade.
I took
There you go. That's the answer I'm looking for.
I took piano lessons when I was younger.
Yeah, you're a little pianist?
Yeah, I was a little pianist.
Moving on. What is so I was laughing at all of the examples they gave in the episode for all the names they were trying to come up with their band.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know, what's the best band name theoretically that you guys can make up for us in the next few minutes. And we're going on stage at Madison Square Garden and it's our background and that's our name.
All right, I need to think.
Yeah, give me a second. We're gonna have
Zone
to
in.
definitely trim this
Focus on the
episode down.
fireplace.
Everyone, can you just please give us some space?
Just tell me what you're thinking about, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. So that way we can tell them what we're thinking.
Describe our band first.
So
Like, what are all the thoughts going in here?
Yeah.
I was thinking Space Cowboys.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was just
Okay,
we
that's-
should just say something, because
not
I
what
don't
I
want to
meant.
leave people.
That's
No,
not what I meant.
I know.
I was like, do I have to relate it to Chicago? Do I have to relate it to this or that?
I was thinking something
was-
like working in the three of us. You know what I mean? Like the fact that it's like three. So the number three, three something. But
I mean, I know something that starts with 3.
what? This podcast?
No.
Oh, well. What starts with 3?
3 ways.
Ooh. The 3 ways? Come see the 3 ways at Madison Square Garden this
Sold.
weekend.
Sold out show.
Okay, what instrument are you playing?
People are like, wait, there's no fucking?
What kind of music are we playing, and what instrument are you playing?
What instrument I play? I play the harmonica.
Okay. I would play.
Oh, I'm so ready for my answer.
I mean, if you want the harmonica, I'll take vocals, and I'm not even a good I don't even know why I want vocals
You
because
want
I
me to take
don't sing.
vocals? You want me to take
Well, I was thinking
vocals?
like we all sing.
Okay, we'll
because none of us
switch
are-
off. We'll all switch off, and then watch the 3 ways. Switch
Give
off.
me. I'll take the cowbell. I'll take the thing that the drummers they just shake it and it goes.
A maraca?
Are you about to say guitar?
Not a maraca.
No.
No.
Actually,
Okay.
just give me the bass. I'll play bass.
I'll just play guitar. You play bass.
Bum, bum, bum,
I'm gonna be
bum,
real
bum,
honest with
bum,
you. I
bum,
want to
bum,
play like an electric
bum,
xylophone or
bum,
something.
bum, bum,
Oh
bum,
yeah,
bum,
that
From,
sounds
like,
like
a
you're gonna get
marching band?
fucking electrocuted. Like,
Yeah, I
don't you hit
know.
it with like the metal thing?
Yeah. Well, I think it's
Oh,
the
no,
little
no.
sticks with
Yeah.
the yeah.
Yeah, the heads on them. Yeah.
Go
I'm
ahead,
mallets?
enamored by those. Those
Mallets?
people play so fast and so accurately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to have in my high school. They used to have like the bells would do like they had xylophones and fucking bells. Obviously, you guys ever see a bells concert?
No, but in 8th grade,
I don't know.
we
I
Please
wanna-
relate this to
Yeah.
8th grade. Go ahead.
we our music teacher, Miss Manning,
Mhm.
if she's listening to this, which I don't believe she is, but
Never say never.
she there's a little hair on her lip, so it was kind of
Is that
interesting. But
okay?
that's just what I remember about her, and she had hair down her ankles. Anyways, we had to
Like she had
play.
hairy ankles, or she had.
She had, I don't know. I didn't see her ankles, but
she was
I know she had hair down to her ankles,
Okay.
and
Okay, that's a lot.
she made us play empty wine bottles for a recital, and you'd fill them up with water, and they'd make different noises. And I think we were supposed to play like some Christmas song. Boy, did we mess that up!
Yeah,
It was just
but
we were just hitting glass, like
My-
we were just ding ding, like we had no idea. And then when we were done, people were just like, "That's great."
My first thought was that it was like you were like, where did we get all these empty wine bottles? And she was like, I was up late all night trying. I was putting in my time. I was putting in overtime.
It's like thrown up into the trash can in the classroom.
She's like,
Don't worry about
I
what we
wanted
got.
to have such a good concert. I drank all the wine for you guys.
She-
Okay.
You know what's funny is like when we were practicing, it sounded great, but then we got on stage and Bobo, this kid in our class, just
You had a kid named Bobo in your class?
it was a nickname we gave him.
Bobo the wine.
His
bottle
name
boy.
was Brazil. We gave him the nickname Bobo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No idea why
All right.
or how it happened.
Yeah.
So
his name was Brazil.
yeah, my
And-
8th grade class was insane. Like we had Matthew Taylor Gang Burnside in our class.
That's on his birth certificate?
It was how he put his name in my phone. And it was his name. We got so off subject.
So awesome.
It's okay.
But that's
Fine.
that's what I know him as. It's Matthew Taylor Gang Burnside. And then another kid, Sam Thomas, who that's how I started creating videos.
Uh,
Well,
That was my first entertainment company.
that guy sounds sketchy.
We were Wet Corn 7.
That also sounds sketchy.
yeah, Wet Corn 7 sounds weirdly sexual.
Don't hate it. It was great. And then I deleted the entire account
Which
because
is
Oh.
I was
insane.
embarrassed. All right, next question. We got
So
so-
just like your sketchy friend Bobo,
Not sketchy.
he sounds sketchy. Sunday Best
Sunday.
talked about some sketchy times riding motorcycles down a road. Do you remember that conversation?
Yep.
Just someone play it through for
Oh,
us.
so basically they were
Who's they?
Nick.
Do you remember who
and-
went off the road?
Yeah, Nick went off the road.
Are you
And-
sure?
Yes.
It wasn't Kris? I feel like it was Kris.
Watch the episode, find
Oh,
out.
it was Kris. It was Kris. Chris
Okay.
went off the road.
Yeah. And Nick
Because
thought
he was
he
like
was-
looking, and yeah, he thought he was dead, and he was laying there for a second, and then he goes, "Oh, I'm alive,"
Yeah, I'm not dead.
and he like
And he just,
hopped up.
yeah,
and
he hopped up
like,
and he was fine.
He's like, "Oh shit, yeah."
Yeah, so he was saying how he thought he was dead, and I thought that story was interesting, just because near-death stories are fun. So I want to know some near-death stories from you boys. You got any?
I told one on the podcast already, though.
On this one?
Not on this one, but like on a previous. Yeah, on Windy City Joe's. That was it was during the Josh Kaiser episode where I talked about because we talked about the polar vortex day when I spun
Okay,
twice.
you spun out in a car. Like, it's not near death. And you didn't even hit anything.
Yeah, but I didn't know I was not gonna hit anything at the time.
Jeez. That story sucks. I have 2.
Okay, go for it.
3. Kind of.
All right.
Not really. Well, when I was in Korea,
See, that doesn't count. I mean, it's
I had to
not fair.
sign-
Upper hand. You were in a different country.
I had to sign a certificate that I have a photo of on my phone that I wasn't supposed to take a photo of. That I pretty much was like, yeah, I might die on this trip to North Korea. And I was like standing within 6 feet of a North Korean soldier who, if he saw me, would shoot me. So I guess like that's near death. And then my second one is 16 days after getting my driver's license. Just kidding, because that would be Christmas. Maybe it was after. Maybe it was like 6 days. We'll say 6 days. 6 days after getting my driver's license, I hit black ice and went into a guardrail probably at like 40 miles per hour. And if the guardrail wasn't there, it was just a cliff like Nick and Kris were talking about.
Yeah.
So I probably would have rolled my car multiple times. That was great. And then my first death experience, almost death experience. I was tubing with my mother and my aunt and my other little cousin. And I was probably like 4. And if you go tubing, you can't lean forward because you'll submarine the tube.
Yeah.
Well, we leaned forward
Yeah.
and we submarined the tube. And I remember very vividly being underwater, screaming. Like I had a life jacket on. Like, so I was going to come up,
Yeah.
but I was 4. So I remember being underwater screaming and then looking up, and my mom kicked me in the face while she was like above water.
Take that.
So that was my near-death experience. A tragic tubing incident where really I didn't come close to dying, but it was just tragic.
Right. Well, I guess I have I have one where I was.
It could be felt like dying too.
Yeah, I was like 3, and I couldn't swim yet because I was 3, and I didn't have my floaties on.
Freaking noob.
Well, what?
I learned to swim in like 6 months. That's fine.
No, you did not.
I could water
How do you
ski
know?
it when we.
I know for a fact you didn't. You don't even have any of your fucking. You have no motor like motor skills at all.
What do you mean?
Like
Motor is my middle name.
no, I'm talking. Okay, like motor skills are like you're just like being able to like have control over your fucking movements.
I can control my movements.
At 6 months, you cannot. That's what I'm saying. The body doesn't develop.
Ask anyone.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna hit your dad up on Instagram.
Yeah,
after
that's
this.
fine.
I'll be like, hey, when did he start swimming? Do you know? Like,
He'll probably be like, can he swim?
he's like, I don't know. I've still never seen him swim. But no, I was 3 years old, and we were having like a squirt gun fight in the backyard, like all my cousins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I lean over the side of the pool, like from like the ladder
Mm-hmm.
to fill up the gun, and I slipped and went in. And I remember like I was like at the bottom, and I was like looking up like at the pool, and I was like, I don't know.
How to get up there?
Yeah, I don't like I was
How
like,
to
I don't
get
know
down.
how that's gonna work. And then all of a sudden I saw my cousin dive in,
Yeah, he'll
and
save the
she
day.
she picked me.
She'll
Yeah,
save the day.
she did. She was
Yeah.
she's like 6 years older than me.
You want to shout her out?
4 years older than me. No, it's not necessarily.
I got pushed off a treehouse once. I didn't think I was gonna die,
Yeah,
but it occurred.
yeah. So, but at 3 years old, you're like, I'm underwater. I can't breathe right now. You're like, I don't know what's gonna happen. But I mean, I was never in Korea. So
I think at
guess,
3 I was writing my first book, but it's fine.
Yeah, you were like, I was starting my memoirs.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
All right. Well, did we answer your question?
I don't know, but close enough.
Okay.
So last words on Sunday Best.
They were
Sunday.
really cool. They have this cool fucking shirt. I enjoyed getting to talk to him. It got cut a little bit short because of the sound check,
Thanks to Grayson Jenkins.
which he was very nice as well.
Yeah, he was very cool.
You're actually wearing his hat.
I am.
Do you want to show the audience?
I could.
Why don't you show the audience?
Ow. Which camera?
Your camera.
Beautiful.
Grayson Jenkins, who we'll have on eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, he might be back in the city performing in God knows when. So,
Yeah. So he's got some good music out there also. But Sunday Best was fun to talk to. It was nice because like I feel like we almost didn't have to talk that much during the episode because they were like bantering the story off of each other.
yeah, they banter kind of like how we banter.
Yeah. So they would be telling a story like simultaneously. And then they would be like, "Oh yeah, we're on a podcast. What's and then like they always answered the question. I just felt like they gave us such thoughtful answers to each question,
Yeah, they
like very thought out, very like in depth answers.
Mhm.
Like
That's
the
true.
teachers like write a sentence about like answering this question, and they wrote like a fucking paragraph.
Yeah, they were like 2 pages.
Yeah, they went above and beyond. It was a really good interview. I enjoyed hearing about their journey.
My biggest takeaway, which is like literally true, is they can play a concert and travel on a motorcycle.
Yeah, because all
Like,
they
that's
need is
crazy.
the guitar and the cajon.
Yeah, that's great. And you know what else is? I can, without a doubt,
Spell
picture.
cajon now.
I can picture them with a motorcycle and a sidecar.
Oh yeah, and like one of
Like-
them's just like holding the cajon between his
He's
legs
just
and the
playing.
sidecar.
No,
And
he's
like,
he's playing as he's just sitting in the sidecar.
and then like the one's got the guitar strapped to his back.
Yeah. No, it was. I feel like when you go
Wish
to all
Upon
these
a Star.
concert shows, no, when
Yeah,
you
go
go
to all the
Wish Upon a Star.
concert shows. We said the same
when you
thing.
go to these concerts, like I don't want to say they're all the same thing because they are absolutely not.
No, everyone.
But compared to every single one that we have seen, Sunday Best is like very much their own unique style.
right, it's
like it's, I almost don't want to call it. No, it's definitely a country show, but it's like uniquely them.
but it also has like so many aspects of like Appalachian like folk
Yes.
like style music.
Well, I can't exactly remember what he said verbatim, but he was like, we want to be a like living room vibe, like
yeah,
for music, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Which-
just like.
It might not to anyone other than myself.
But during the interview, didn't they say like they were recording in like his parents' living room?
That's when they first started.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It was
Yeah.
like so like that living room vibe is probably like just like that, like almost like a
Well, it's just
like
cool.
don't lose that country feel.
It's cool to
almost.
understand that like that's what they enjoy about themselves and that
Yeah.
they're comfortable doing it. Because if you talk to like any other, they're like, no, we want to sell at stadiums, and they're like, no, we're pretty chill with just like
what
this
they're
goddamn
doing here.
cajon and this guitar.
Cajon.
Cajon.
Just say it
Cajon.
7 times. I think you got it.
Cajon.
I believe in you.
Cajon.
Yeah.
Which I looked at, by the way, when they were away. I may have, given it a just to see.
Yeah, that was a cool one. His brother made it for him.
Was it his brother?
Yeah, his brother made it for
His
him.
brother is a carpenter.
Yeah. And he made it for him because he said he kept like just fucking wearing them down.
Yeah, he's beating the shit out of them cajons.
Yeah, so he had his brother make it, and it was like really cool the way it was designed.
You could probably win one of those bitch slapping competitions in Russia.
Oh yeah, his
And, that's-
hands are probably like
Yeah.
That's another thing is, because when bands are like putting their songs together or whatever, it's hey, make sure you do these chords or these notes or whatever. And I asked him, I was like, "Are you just improvising every time you're hitting that damn thing?" And he's like, "Yep." So like, he'll just hear the guitar and just be like, and just like go for it. I'm just like, that's kind of fucking sick. That's so
well, I
cool.
mean, as long as you keep the general tempo, you know what I mean? Because that's what like percussion is just like.
I mean, I know. I'm just like, I
like
understand.
I think
like,
it like you
I
can-
just think it's super cool that pretty much every single song they play could be different.
every time they play it.
Yeah. But like, obviously he's going to be on beat, but it just could be different because he's
Yeah.
smacking the cajon.
Well, that's what's cool about listening to like different live versions of songs, because then you're like, oh, like they did it this way when they did it here, they did it this way. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it is really cool.
But yeah, to wrap it up, Sunday best. Sunday best.
Sunday best.
We'll work on it.
Sunday best was the best.
They were.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on, Sunday Best. This is Last Call, and I'm your host, Tyler Stewart, and we'll catch you next time.